Gacha games and anniversary events don't exactly have the best of track records. In most cases, this time of celebration is treated as a glorified excuse to get players to spend more money, giving them a lighthearted temporary game mode, and rewarding everyone with somewhere between 3 and 10 free pulls. The bar is set very low. So you can imagine my surprise when I saw that this video sponsor and friend of the channel, the Sword of Convallaria, is giving players a whole, single, free 10 pull per day for 7 days in a row. It is for the standard banner, which has every unit that's already made their debut in the game over the past year, but still, 70 free pulls is wild. Other games are giving out stale pieces of pizza, meanwhile Sword of Convallaria is pulling out the caviar for their anniversary. And that's just the appetizer, because this was listed at the very bottom of a long list of other things the game is doing to celebrate its anniversary. But before we get into it, what is the Sword of Convallaria? Well, it is a fantasy tactical RPG inspired by the classics in its genre, featuring that traditional pixel art style. The game has two main modes, a gacha side where you can pull and build characters as they make their debut, then use your roster to take on a variety of fun and challenging tactical battles. The other part of the game is a single-player campaign featuring several branching paths and endings, a prequel story that was written so well it made me cry several times, and with their anniversary, we're also getting a definitive conclusion to the Kingdom of Varia storyline, which was introduced when the game came out. If it sounds like something up your alley, you can download the game for free and try it yourself using the link down below. It is a great way to support the channel, check out another game that I personally enjoy playing, and reap some of these awesome anniversary awards. Speaking of which, what else are they giving players to celebrate? Well, the game is running two separate login events, Rico's Dailies and Galactic Remnant. Man, I love the art on this one. Both of which will give you a total of 10 free pulls each, as well as some additional rewards to help build your characters. There's also a Nostalgic Bond, which will give you an annual review, as well as another free 10 pull and a sneaky 150 Hope Luck sites, which you can use to get another pull. So in total, from the logins and annual reviews, you can get yourself 31 pulls that you can use on any banner you choose. Speaking of which, since this is a gacha game, you might be wondering what character they've chosen to feature on the debut banner for their anniversary. Well, it's none other than Inanna of Convallaria. You know she's good when the game's title is in the character's name. Inanna has been a character central to the Kingdom of Varia story, which we've been following over the past year. She's gone from princess to hobo to queen, I think. I'm not sure how the story ends yet, but she's queen to me. And this new version of Inanna packs quite the punch. I got to test her out in the creator server while working on this video, and the best way I can describe her is as a hybrid attack, support, and sustain character. Don't get me wrong, she's definitely a DPS, but a lot of her moves provide top tier support and healing as well. For example, there's Light of Convallaria, which gives allies in its range an attack buff, movement buff, and extra energy so they can use their strong moves sooner. Then there's the Battle Flag of Convallaria, which not only creates an obstacle, but gives allies in its range a little extra buff in their attack and defense stats. Oh, and then the move changes to For This World of Peace, which is this really strong ranged AoE attack that also removes buffs from enemies and deals extra damage if there's only one target. And last but certainly not least, there's her class skill, Call of Freedom, which heals an ally and gives them the ability to act again after attacking. If you've played any tactical RPG before, you know how good a second turn can be, and being able to give that to any character is absolutely amazing. The best part is that this skill actually improves when you raise Inanna's star level, which can be done by obtaining multiple copies of the character or through collecting shards from one of the game's daily activities. And that is something I absolutely love about this game. You just need to pull a legendary unit once and get to build them to their max potential over time without having to actually pull multiple copies. Speaking of multiple copies, you might be wondering what's going on with the fact that there's two Inannas in the game. Well, they've done something similar with Ravia and Sophia in their Night Crimson update, where they released the SP variants of the two characters. And just like with them, if you have both Inanna and Inanna of Convallaria, you can unlock an additional skill for both characters. The SP skill for regular Inanna is one of the choice skills from Inanna of Convallaria, which I think is extremely useful for the original character. It gives her a very powerful attack so that she's not just buffing the little guard with her or giving other units a second turn. Meanwhile, the SP skill for the new Inanna is top tier. It gives her a small buff each time a unit within 5 tiles uses an attack, and after 15 of these buffs, she gets another buff that lets her permanently attack twice per turn. It's an absolute beast of a skill for long, difficult battles. Speaking of which, there will be some long, difficult battles in the new permanent game mode, the Pioneering Odyssey. This mode can be unlocked once you've completed Stage 9-5 in the Fool's Journey, and with it comes a brand new set of activities. First up, we get the Stellar Pioneer, which comes with an auto farm for pledges that can be used to level up your Pioneering Will, which is essentially a second talent tree that gives permanent buffs to all of your characters adjacent to the one that uses shards. But this one goes a bit further by giving players the ability to unlock class-specific Ascension skills, which are additional passive buffs based on the character's class. They can be equipped to any character, even the most common of units, as long as you've ascended them up to rank 13. Some of the legendary characters also have unique ascension skills which give them a nice little buff relevant to their playstyle. I'm a big fan of this addition since it's an excellent way to handle things like power creep and ensure that your favorite character is still usable despite an evolving meta and new creative challenges added to the game. Now, I did mention that this mode features an auto farm, but this is a tactical RPG, not a farming sim. So of course you can take on up to 200 battles that improve the efficiency of said auto farm, giving you some bulk rewards to level up your talents and even some hope luck sites so you can pull an extra character here and there along the way. One thing I should point out is that these battles do start out pretty easy but ramp up in difficulty as their will level rises. So while you can quickly tackle a bunch of them right at the start, you'll likely end up being able to take on about 2 or 3 battles a day and slowly build up that auto farm. And if you're wondering why you might want to start picking up these extra buffs, well, that's because there's also the Pioneer challenges. And this mode does not lie about the challenge part. It can be taken on 3 times per week to claim materials needed to activate or upgrade the ascension skills of your characters. I tried to take one of them on for fun, and what started out as a "this is the easiest difficulty, it should be a breeze," very quickly turned into the "this is fine" meme, where everything was on fire, and it should have been fine since I had Luvata on the team, a character that gives the whole team immunity to burning, and I still lost. So yeah, this mode is definitely a challenge if you're not properly prepared. Thankfully, I can make things a lot more even and easy by doing some more of these Stellar Pioneer battles and growing that skill tree. Okay, I might have gotten a little sidetracked here because I was supposed to be talking about the anniversary events. Although something to prevent power creep is a great reward in and of itself, there is another new activity coming with the game's anniversary: Expedition. This game mode has you sending your units out on a little expedition to different areas from the main story and collecting materials to level up the lighthouse, which unlocks more areas to explore, a larger expedition size, and of course, better rewards. Speaking of which, the rewards here are absolutely insane. You can use the special currency you get from completing expeditions and quests to claim not 1, but 2 legendary units, Shaq Lulu and Kia. Oh, and there's also 3 legendary weapons up for grabs, with enough additional copies of them to get them to max refinement, or just have 5 copies of each of them if that's more up your alley. Either way, it is way more of a reward than I could have ever asked for, and I'm so looking forward to it. One thing I should mention about Expedition is that there does seem to be a limit of 10 dispatches per day, and while you can use an in-game resource to quickly get results from a couple of the dispatches, I'd recommend you start a normal dispatch, enjoy all of the dailies and events the game has to offer, then use the little speed up material to get a few more runs done quickly. This seems to be the most time efficient way to enjoy the mode once you've completed the tutorial. It is pretty chill and more management based, which can work as a good break from all of the tactical battles you can take on in the rest of the game. But also, you don't want to miss out on it because the rewards are just that good. It feels like the only gift they aren't giving us is the recipe for Convallaria cakes. Actually, wait, there is one more thing they are doing for this anniversary: a guaranteed new legendary banner. you can use 980 Astro Gems to do a 10 pull that guarantees you get at least one previously unowned legendary character. Now this does cost real life money, somewhere around $16 USD, which honestly sounds like a steal because that's typically like 1 battle pass or 3 daily login bonuses in any other game. But in this game, it's $16 for a character you don't already have, which sounds like a great deal to me, honestly. And if you ask me, this is how you do anniversary awards for a gacha game. This needs to be the bar for everyone else. Loads of rewards, a meaningful story, new game modes, and even more great free characters and weapons for taking part. As a player, I feel very much appreciated here, and I'm excited to continue enjoying the game in the years to come. And if you too would like to give it a try, whether it's to grab some of these awesome rewards or to try out a tactical RPG for the low cost of free, you should download and play the Sword of Convallaria yourself. You can go through the link down below to get the game and support the channel. Thank you Sword of Convallaria for sponsoring this video, happy birthday, and I can't wait to see what you've got planned for us in the future.